Great grand rising to you all. Great grand rising to you all. A lot of times I get up early so that way I can be able to get into my daily routine. Anywhere between 4 and 5 o'clock, mainly 4:30. 5 o'clock I'm up. Even if I have a late night. Sometimes just going out to the mountains, into the wilderness, grassy plain, or even to a lake. When I grew up, I always come to the ocean, sand. I was able to watch the planes come in, watch them go out. Able to see all the ships, big ones. And as the sun starts coming up, especially if it's summer, you start seeing a lot of the little ones coming out. One of the most important things that I liked that it was quiet. Quiet, and there's different types of quiet. Never really realized that before, but there is different types of quiet. When you're high up in the mountains, there's a kind of a wind type quiet. When you're in the wilderness, there's a rustling type quiet. And if you can really, 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 really stay mindful to yourself, not only will you hear the breeze and the ruffling of the wind and of the leaves, but you can also hear the trees start whispering to you. It's amazing. It's amazing. And then when you're near the lake, you hear there's these subtle waves, movement of the water. It's constantly moving. Now remember, there's a difference between a man-made pond and a natural-made lake. A man-made pond doesn't move. It's not flowing water. It's not alive. It's not attached to the heart of the earth, not attached to the vein system, the arteries. When you're near a river or a lake that is alive, you always feel a presence of power going in and out. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And when you go down to the ocean, it's another type of quiet. And that is, you can hear the movement and the power of the waves coming into the shore. And with that, you can also feel an energy just soaking out negative energy out of you. And in all these places where you go, you're able to feel the negative energy soaking out of you, especially when you're around the trees. Every tree, different trees have different energies that they actually put into your body or they absorb out of your body. It's extremely important to get yourself away from the city and get out into the wilderness. One of the most beautiful things I love when I'm living out in the mountainous areas is that when you're coming into the mountain or into a valley, a mountain range, the awesomeness of the power of the beauty of that snow-covered mountain in front of you. It's so powerful. And a lot of people who actually live in those areas, they don't even a lot of people don't even pay attention, but I do. So everywhere you go, it's important for you to understand, to find the quiet. You have to find your inner being to be able to talk to yourself, because it's there that you begin to start finding out what difficulties you're actually having in this journey, what we call life. Sometimes you have to go into that quiet place in order for you to be able come to terms with whatever difficulties you might be having. You know, a lot of people live in fear. Has its place. Anxiety, they say it's living in the future, has its place. A lot of people live in depression, which is saying that you live mainly in the past, has its place. And then there is the present, where people say they find their solace. That has its place as well. Remember that these doctors, these sociologists, these psychiatrists, these people who have developed, Freud, Sigmund Freud, and a lot of these other people, developed this thing called the id and the ego, which is a framework and a construct to put your soul and your light being in. It is a form of control. And this is the reason why when you speak to a lot of people who are either elders, shamans, even monks and high-level priests, they say you must get rid of your id, get rid of your ego, and dive deep into yourself in order for you to find God, in order to find yourself, in order to find what you're really about, because that's where the power is. So it's important for us to understand that we must find quiet. It's in that quiet place, when the radio is off, the TV is off, you find yourself immersed into me, merged into yourself. Take time to look into the mirror every single day and tell yourself, I love you. I care for you. You are the most important person on the planet. You are the most important being on the planet. Remember, through you, all love stems. And this is the reason why it's very important to understand the purpose of quiet. Take time to love yourself as the sun begins to start rising, which is beautiful. As the sun begins to start rising, remember, when you hear the birds chirping, the leaves rustling, the river flowing, the lake as it glides in and out, the mountain as you stand on the summit, and you hear the wind blowing in your face. Take time to look out. Enjoy the view of your inner being and enjoy the quiet. Much love to you. Peace and great grand rising to us all.